thank you all for continuing to join us on this lab series of breaking the cycle of brokenness, which started out with the prayer for my children. I never thought that the prayer would end up being a book that's coming out. All I want to do is to be able to empower as many people that I possibly can, to be able to let them know they're not alone in their journey, or whatever that journey may be, that they are not alone in their journey. And sometimes people are afraid to share their story because they're too afraid how somebody's going to look at them, how somebody's going to judge them, or what have you. But this is just to let you know that you are truly, truly not alone. This is not about me. It's bigger than me. So just like I said in the beginning, that it started out with a prayer that's now turned into a book. So with that being said, I am truly, truly honored to be able to introduce the next person, because I was shocked when I was putting everything together, and at the very last moment, my child, who is Chontrell, my oldest, she said, "Oh my God, Ma, I want to be able to join." And I said, "What?" You really? And I know the various things that she's been through in her life because I'm her mom, of course. But it's just amazing, because everybody, it doesn't matter where you come from, what walks of life, we all going to go through something. We all going to have a powerful message. And if you're going to be bold enough, unapologetic enough to be able to share your mess of a message, you never know who you can touch and just be able to let them know it doesn't matter. I go through things just like the next person do, and it has no age limit. So with that being said, I welcome, I'm shocked, my first child, my first daughter, who I had at the tender age of 16. And for me to be able to break this cycle with that prayer, I am forever grateful and honored to be able to say I'm her mother. I had a part in molding her. I had a part in pouring wisdom in her. I had a part in planting those seeds and whipping her to shape, and I still do it to this day. But that's what a parent does. It never stops. It's always going to keep going. So with that being said, I'm done talking. Chontrell, thank you for sharing your message with people, and to be able, yes, Marquita's here, that's my other baby, and just to be able to share your message with people as to what did it take, how did you come up with this title of giving up on myself? And a lot of people could probably relate, but at the end of the day, it's not my story. This is your story. So what part of your life that it took you there and you said, well, dang, I'm giving up on myself. How did I get there? And so, hey, share your story.
Giving up on myself pretty much came from just, I would say, maybe the last 5 years of my life. I became a teen mom at 18, so that was a lot to juggle graduating from high school, which I did with high honors, by the way, and still like raise a child. Like I felt like I was a child myself, so that was tough. So I still had a lot of growing up to do since then. And then later on down the line, I just kind of feel like I made some unwise choices. I had a bad habit of living to please everyone but myself. And so instead of like living by my own standards and making sure I did what made me happy or made my children happy, I just started making sure people that really didn't even have my best heart happy. And in the end, I just kind of, my happiness was just gone. So I felt like, I think the question that kept coming to mind is like, I'm a good person. Of course, I made some dumb choices, but I'm not a bad person. So why does all these bad things keep happening to me? And after a while, I just accepted, I just settled. I just accepted reserve and gave up. Just gave up on myself. I didn't care to fight anymore. It was just like, okay, whatever, I'm done.
And with what's so, a lot of people could be able to relate to that. It's just saying they gave up on themselves because of whatever they're going through. And something that you have to understand is that you're not placed in this world to please anybody. But you have to be able to understand that you are worth more than what other people perceive you to be. Yes, you had a child at the tender age of 18, which is hard in itself, but it's not the end of the world for you. You know what I mean? It's right. You still can be able to learn from this situation in your life. And so often people feel that you are the dumping ground. You know, we feel that everybody could dump everything upon us, and because we always protected somebody else, it's like oh, okay, but then you fail to realize that you constantly putting yourself on a back burner. And at some point in time, you're going to break, you're going to crack. So how often are you going to do that for the rest of your life? Are you going to continue to carry everybody else's load and forget about yourself? You know what I mean?
Right. Well, now, I have two children, a boy and a girl. And even though, like, I always felt like my son saved me from my wild teenage years and, like, it helped me mature a little bit, I feel like my daughter is what did it for me, because as a woman, I never want her to walk the same path I did. I always want her to go a complete opposite detour. I felt more grounded after I had my daughter. And then yet again, a drastic change happened after I had my daughter, and it's just like, God, I'm being blessed with a beautiful baby girl, but then I feel like the devil is like playing tug of war with me. It was just too much.
Did you know the key word that you said, that it was something that was going on in your life, that it was back to back of things that were constantly happening, and it was a why me? And one of the things that I just tell people all the time, that we go through things for a reason. We really do. We may not understand that reason at that moment, but we go through things for a reason. And sometimes we are just the most hard-headed. Yes, we are hard-headed because we think we know what's best. And sometimes instead of us taking a seat and just sitting back and let things digest so we can be able to make better choices in our lives, then those things continue to show up in our life because we choose just keep on going, without never paying attention to why this situation constantly keeps happening. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So, Marquita asks, within the last 5 years, what are the most proud, regardless of your struggles, what's the most proudest moment that you experienced, regardless of everything that you went through? What did you learn over that time being? So what's your proudest moment?
My proudest moment is, I would say, maybe currently, like the last month of my life, I've been making changes for me. And I sounds a little selfish, but in order for me to be a better mom, a better daughter, friend, girlfriend, whatever, I have to better myself and take the necessary steps, do what I have to do for me. And then within the last 5 years, I've gone through so much at such a young age. I'm mostly proud of always being able to overcome it. Because at the end of the day, as many times I just wanted to just throw in a towel and say, you know what, forget this. I don't want to be bothered anymore. I'm a mom. So I'm very proud of the fact that my children is pretty much what keeps me going. They're the reason for me always wanting better. And it took a little time for me to learn that you just can't give up. But I'm very proud of the fact that I am a mom. Even though I was a mom young, I had my son at 18, my daughter at 21. So even though I was a young parent, I think it was meant for me to have kids at that age because it made me grounded. It made me more humble. It made me want to work harder and stop procrastinating all the time. I still have those moments. It made me want to just always better myself, give my daughter something to look up to, to be like, so when she gets my age, she could be like, you know what, my mom, she went through XYZ and she struggled. She had her days, but she always made sure we were okay. She always made sure we go to bed happy. That's the one thing I've always said since I became a mom is I don't care how bad of a day it was for me. I don't care if one of the kids are acting up. I don't care if they had a bad day.
I'm happy. Now we got to wait for her to come back in. But there you go. Jump back in, Chontrell.
But yeah, like I was saying, no matter how bad of a day it got for me, because I've had some really, really dark days, no matter how bad my children were acting, because boys and girls are completely different and they have their days. No matter what, I've always made sure my children went to bed with a smile on their face. I never want my kids to go to bed upset or angry or anything like that. So that's one of the biggest things I'm proud of, because even on my darkest days, I make sure I put on some type of smile for them. I make sure they're able to feel that, okay, even though mommy don't have it all together, she's still trying her best for us. That's all I could do is just try to make my next move better than the last move. That's it.
So that's powerful. You said that your last turn your volume down because there's an echo somewhere. Can you hear me? Okay, so one of the things that you said is make your last move your best move, which is really, really good because that way it lets the person know within you, not the next person, but within you that you are growing, right? Because you constantly kept bumping your head against the wall for the past 5 years, but it took for you to go through various things in your life in order for you to wake up, right? And so now that you're understanding that process, you want to make sure that you are not getting into the same situation time and time again because you have to learn from those lessons, right? You cannot show your children something different or tell them something different if you're not willing to do different.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that means a lot to just know that not only just because you're my daughter, I know the things that you have to deal with, but again, this is the chapter that you're going to present for your own book because we all have a book is within us, and whatever ink that you decide to put on that paper that's going to become your sentences, that's going to become your paragraph, that's going to become your chapter, you have to be able to lay out that blueprint. You have to give that outline, right? So you cannot allow your past mistakes because we all want to make them, but you got to be able to learn from those mistakes. That's the best lesson ever, is learn from your mistakes that you have made along the way. So the next question is, what advice would you give to your children when they see themselves in the situation that you see yourself in, to not give up on themselves, so you could be able to give them that wisdom that you constantly receive? But sometimes you can receive so much wisdom, you never understand that wisdom until you're going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What would you give your children as far as advice, especially your little one, because she's a girl, but your son as well, because he's going to go through some things, regardless of how much you want to protect them or what have you. They're going to go through some things. What advice would you give them not to give up on themselves?
Well, first and foremost, I definitely would tell my kids, when all else fails, you better find a corner, find a room, something, but you need to pray. Pray about it, keep your faith strong, and after you pray about it, you need to learn how to just leave your troubles in God's hands and move on. My biggest problem is I always kept a lot in. I just held every emotion I was feeling, every struggle I was feeling, I just had to bottle up. With my children, I even tell them now, even though, they're so young, if there's a problem, something's bothering you, come to me. If you feel comfortable, come to me, go to your aunt, go to somebody, because holding all that and carrying that weight on you, it will break you down. It'll overwhelm you. It will back you into a corner. You will, as a person, just shut down completely. And then at times, I questioned my own faith. So I want my kids to definitely know that, like I said, pray about it, keep your faith strong, pick up a Bible and read it, listen to something that will, take your mind off of whatever is bothering you. Do something. But do not sit there and keep that stuff bottled in. Do not sit there and allow, it to consume you.
All right now. Okay. All right. That's part of growth. That's what it's about, as a part of growth. But you also have to understand that within you, whatever you're going through, you are worth the fight. Mm-hmm. You are worth the fight. You know what I mean? Somebody's already rooting for you to lose. Somebody already, you know what I'm saying? But that means you should fight more. And if you feel yourself don't have it within yourself, think about your kids.
Right.
That's what you fight for when you feel that you have nothing left within you. When somebody else cannot pour into you the way you need to be poured into, remember, your children are worth more. When you feel yourself reaching your lowest point of your life, just look up. Mm-hmm. Just look up. And if you could look up, you could get up. Right. Because we all gonna fall short. All of us. I don't care what point of life, how high you get, we all will fall short at some point in our life. But the best part about it is that you could get back up. You could get back up and you could go for it again. And that means when you get back up, you go fight harder, like you never fought before. If you think that you're having a bad day, think about the people that didn't even wake up to see another day.
Right.
That alone should give you the encouragement that you need to keep going. Somebody would love to be able to be in a better position but they see themselves, they can't even see past the fog. But if you just hold on, and you will be able to see past that fog, there's really some clouds that's waiting for the sun to shine through. But you got to be willing to go, you got to go the extra mile. And it's not going to happen because, I feel that I'm worth it. No, you have to keep going. Even though you don't see it, you still keep going, because your children are going to want to quit. They're going to want to get on that track and they say, Mom, I'm tired. My legs hurt. I don't want to do this no more. Forget it. I'm tired of going to practice. I don't want to do it anymore. But then you always got to remember, in order for them to get to that next level, they got to start practicing.
That is very true.
I'm just saying. So, with that being said, if anybody ever have any questions, don't feel free to be able to put them in the box or jump in. What's the other thing that you have experienced? The point when you feel yourself feel weak. When you feel yourself weak, your pinpoint that push you back into that position of giving up.
Do I know? Can you rephrase that a little bit? Do I know?
That pinpoint is always something that happens that pushes that person back to that place where they was before. What is that pinpoint? If you have never got to that point in your life where you don't know that pinpoint, those 5 years, you need to go back. Because I'm telling you, you're going to go through another point in your life where it's going to push you once more. And it's going to probably be harder than the last 5 years. Are you willing to withstand so you can remember, oh, wait a minute, I got through this in the last 5 years and I learned this. So if I can get over this, I know I'll be able to get through the next one. Know your pinpoint. So do you know that pinpoint?
By pinpoint, do you mean like do I know my breaking point?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. For me, if I notice it's like starting to affect, my son or especially my son, because he's a little bit older, so he understands a few more things better than my daughter would. When I notice that, his little moods start changing, or he started asking other questions, and it's just something that a child really shouldn't be concerning themselves with, that's when I'm just like, okay, I've had enough. Like, that's when I start being more aware of the situation around me, because sometimes I really just be oblivious to everything and be thinking, they're kids, they don't understand. But that's a breaking point for me, because I don't never want my kids to feel any pain that I feel, because it's not their problem. They're kids. They should worry about whether or not they're going to scrape their knee, whether or not they're going to bump their head, or if they're going to be able to get their favorite snack time, or kid stuff. Not worry about adult problems. Mommy is mommy, and I tell them that every single day. Let mommy figure this out. I got this. Good. My cutest question. That's good. As a young mother, how do you cope with stress around your children? Oh, Lord. Stress is something, but one thing I will say before I say what I'm about to say, stress definitely will kill you. It will take a toll on you, and I know firsthand. Stress will just be horrible. Recently, about 2 months ago, I would say, I allowed stress of just this stuff that I was dealing with to really consume me to the point where I nearly lost my life. And it was literally probably one of the scariest moments of my adult life, hands down, scary. And how I was dealing with it was just, to keep it real, I really was just like turning to alcohol any chance I got, because I wanted to be numb. I just did not want to feel whatever was bothering me. Now around my kids, I started to depend on them a little too much for happiness, which wasn't fair to them because they don't understand what's going on. So now, whenever I feel like I'm overwhelmed or stressed out, me and the kids were like, we'll literally have a junk food day. Like, I would do something to completely take my mind off of it and do something fun for them where they won't even want to ask a question like, what's wrong with mommy? So I started doing these things with my kids where we'll order pizza and we'll like have like a bunch of movies. and we'll just sit down and watch movies all night. We'll be up super late. I remember one night we were up to 4 a.m. just watching a bunch of Disney movies. And also my son, he loves to bake brownies. So we would do that. What else do I do with them to just cope? We dance a lot. We like to listen to music a lot at my house. Like I would turn the speaker up super loud. I don't care if the neighbors here, I don't care. But me and the kids will either turn on the music and clean the house together or just find something to do. Like my way of dealing with stress now is I'll just say, you know, whatever's bothering me, I'm going to put it on the back burner for now and just focus on my happiness and be grateful for the things I do have going on good in my life. And then when they're off to sleep and I'm able to have mommy time, that's when I will come up with a game plan as to how I'm going to be able to tackle what's bothering me, what else is on my plate. Try to figure out a game plan as to how to break down that load a little bit better.
This is the thing that's really interesting is that Chontrell, I think you need to turn your volume down because there's an echo. I don't know if you have two blabs going. Turn one of them off because it's giving an echo. Yeah, so you probably had an echo. Okay, so one of the things that you did say is that you instead of you turning to the old you, and the old you caused you to be stressed out, to be in a predicament where you're like, wait a minute, hold on, I don't like this right here. I don't like the way it feels right here. What am I going to do to be able to change it so I can be able to find my happiness, so I can be able to find my peace again? And that's the great thing about it, is that you learn from that lesson, because that lesson could have took you out.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And so that's the great thing about it, because a lot of times people will continue to make the same mistakes over and over again, and then they're wondering why they are going through the craziness they're going through, because they never learned the lesson. They never learned the lesson. So you have to always remember that it's never going to end where it's going to be just smooth sailing. When you are growing, get ready for the pain.
Yes.
Okay, the pain when you grow. Okay, so you know, like my grandson just lost his second tooth, and it was irritating the heck out of him. And so with it was irritating him so much, he just decided to say, you know what, forget this, and pulled the bad boy out. That's how crazy it is, because in his mind, that is pain. His pain is so much. I got these other teeth that's coming in that's showing already, but this tooth won't come out. So instead of me waiting for it to fall out, I'm gonna take it out. So that's pain for him. But pain for you is going to be something like, wait a minute, hold on, what did I do to deserve this? You want to question those things. And then it's going to take you back to a place where you say, wait a minute, I know what this feels like over here, but I don't want to go back here. But let me go ahead and remember that there will be pain. There's pain in growth. And if you're willing to grow to that next level, there's pain that's going to come along with it. You just got to continue to just say, you know what, this is going to be my pain medicine right here. I'm going to grow through this bad boy. I'm not going to allow somebody else to take me back to the old me, because I know with the old me, I didn't like the old me. So I'm going to go ahead and go through this pain, because I know when I'm done with this pain, I'm going to be like, wow, I'm growing so much. I evolved so much. And that's what it's about. Writing helps me relieve stress, and so does making stand art and to release my mind. Oh my God. So with you saying that, when I was younger, because I had my kids when I was young, I was married, everything when I was young. But I used to just write. That was just therapy for me. It was just like, I never thought that it'll just keep evolving and keep going and keep growing, and it will constantly keep happening, right? And so I write, and it's some poetry. And still, I will write even more. So when I lost my brother, it'll be almost 6 years ago, I was in a lot of pain. I didn't understand how to express my pain. I didn't know what is going on with this pain. I didn't know if this pain was ever going to go. And I wrote. So the more I wrote all the pain down, I did not realize that this book right now, it wrote all my pain of my upbringing. You know what I'm saying? All of that pain grew. So much of how much I've grown, but at the same time, I was freeing myself and didn't realize that I was free. You see what I'm saying? So I agree. Write it out. Scream it out. Shout it out. Whatever the case may be, you just got to get it out of you. Because if it stay within you, you are allowing toxic to just consume you. So if you no longer want to be consumed with all of this mess that you building up, that you holding hostage, you need to do whatever it is that you need to do in order for you to get out of you. And so what happened was this prayer that turns into a book. And so as I was writing this book, I didn't know that I was going to write 2 extra books that's coming out this year, of a journey that I had to go through from being laid off to not being laid out. And so write it. Just keep writing it. You never know what will happen once you continue to write it. So it's amazing that so many people it makes you stronger, so stronger. I know I had this much strength in me. Coming from where I come from, I never thought I would be here. I'd be the mother that I am. I never thought I would be this grown woman that I am. Because so many people done put basically like poison. They want to try to poison me as they possibly can. But hold on. Not the God that I serve. He sees something better in me, that he turns around and said, don't worry, hey, a build message. And I didn't know my message was going to be so powerful. And so with that being so powerful, I continue to share my message. I continue to pour into people. I continue to move forward, but it continues to get bigger, because even though people want to take you out, you are not out. You keep on holding on. So whatever it is that you need to do so you could be able to move, for you to be able to grow, for you to be able to just go to that next level in life, and whatever that may be, you keep doing it. And you don't let nobody stop you. You remove yourself from people that don't want to see you grow. You remove yourself from people that want to put poison into you. You remove yourself, period, and don't apologize for it. I do not apologize from loving you from a distance. If you on some craziness, I love you, but however, I will love you from a distance. It doesn't matter if it's a family, if it's a friend, if it's an associate. If this is what you want, and I'm no longer part of that, I will do whatever it takes for me to be able to move and continue to grow, continue to be a better person, be a better mother, be a better businesswoman, this may be. Do it. And that's what it's going to stop. But I'm hoping this is helping someone, because somebody is continuing to hold on what somebody else said, somebody else did, and somebody continue to stay stuck in their own bitterness, their own hatred of somebody else who told them this is where they're supposed to be. That's not true. You have something that's so powerful in you, and you're afraid to birth it because you're afraid of what somebody else said to you. Remove yourself away from that. Ask God to reveal or remove, and then you keep on moving on anyway. And He's going to continue to make your enemy your footstool. Okay. I'm going to stop right there. But, however, so is there anybody else that have any more questions? Is there anybody else that have who wants to jump in, who have something to say? Because people need to understand that you are not alone. You are truly, truly not alone. And if there's anything that I could be able to, or my daughter, anybody could be able to empower you with, just know that you are not alone in trying to figure this bad boy out. I no longer. I used to be this person who would keep everything so far in and just leave it. And now I done build up a pile of mess. Sometimes you just gonna have to say, you know what? It's time to do the laundry. It's time to take trash out. It's time to clean some things out. It's time to do whatever you need to do so you could go to that next level. And everybody have another level. Everybody has another level. But you got to be willing to do the work to get to the next level. And so I remember when I prayed about this, I constantly asking God, just what is it that I need to do so I can be able to pour into my children? Because I know there's something better for me. I just don't know how to start, where to start. I don't know any of that. I had no blueprint, but I know there's something better. And my kids don't deserve the pain. They don't deserve any of that because I know how I feel. What is it that I need to do? And so if that's what it is that you need to do, go to somebody that's higher than you, somebody that's understanding you. I don't care what it is, but we all are going through something. But we all can overcome whatever we're going through. Okay. All right. How do you change your anger into happiness? Who's that
Um,
question for? Is it for me or is it for Chontrell?
Probably me.
Yeah, go ahead.
I know firsthand that anger. I don't know if it was. I haven't. Man, anger. I've come a very long way when it came down to anger. Even having to do like anger management until I was 17. I didn't even. To be honest, I didn't realize back then, like how angry I was, but how I would say how you deal with the root of your anger. The root of it really is face it head on. You can't keep running from something or someone that's got you so angered. You can't keep running away from your circumstances. If anything, I seen something really positive today that like hit home for me is learning to forgive someone who was never sorry in the first place. I think it takes a lot.
Oh wow!
To do that.
Can you say that again? What did you just say?
Forgiving somebody who was never sorry. I don't wish no ill will on anybody at all. And as many times I wanted to see harm to those who hurt me or wanted to like be very vengeful, I still I just wish them well. That doesn't mean I ever forget what was done to me, but to really be honest and to face whatever's bothering me head on, just forgive whoever it is that hurt you, even if they were never sorry to begin with. And then if it's like something, as far as like something actually bothering you, you kind of got to have the mindset in yourself that is not the end of the world. You could be on the street somewhere. You could be homeless. You could have no food. If you have children, your kids could be without clothes or hot water. If that's not your circumstance right now, then you have to keep in your mind that it does get better. If you just, one thing I definitely have started to doing lately is I do not go to bed angry. I don't care how upset I was that day. I will literally be up until 1, 2, 3 in the morning if I have to, watching either a comedy or looking at old videos of my kids on my phone because they're hilarious, something. But I refuse to go to bed angry anymore. I'm just not going to do that because what people fail to realize, it transpired on into things. And who wants to wake up on the wrong side of the bed every single day? And then if you're going to keep holding on to if the same exact thing or the same exact person is sitting there angering you so much, then something needs to click in your head. A light bulb needs to go off. You need to let that person go or remove yourself from whatever that thing is, that situation is that got you so much. Because all it's going to keep doing is you're going to end up being bitter. And nobody, I feel like in my mind, there's nothing uglier than a bitter person because you do things out of spite. You could be very, very hurtful with words that come out of your mouth. In your actions, it shows. Just forgive whatever it is. I learned not to even wait for an apology anymore. I learned not to even wait for the situation to fix itself. If it's within my power that I could fix it, I would do so. If not, and I realize that it's not going to be beneficial to me anyway, I'm going to leave it where it's at and I'm going to walk away. Because I know for a fact, I know I deserve better. I know for a fact that being angry all day, every day is just not for me at all. I have much more to live for than anger or a person or people that has me so upset and down and out. I just can't do that.
Oh, okay.
That's my challenge. Yeah, that was definitely a challenge for me. But I'm glad it came better late than never. I wish 4 or 5 years ago, that I learned to forgive people that was never sorry. I really do, because I feel like a lot could have been prevented. I just yearned for an apology so bad that even when I got it, it wasn't genuine. It was just saying it to be saying it. So now at 23, almost 24, that's just my motto now. Somebody who wasn't even sorry in the first place. So you can sleep better at night. Because at the end of the day, while you got to think about it like this. If you're still angry, and you still going on about your day, attitude, frustration, all that. We're all human. It happens. But if you let it transpire over and over again to the next day, next week, next month, I can guarantee 9 times out of 10, that person who angered you is sleeping just fine at night. While you sitting here tossing and turning, waking up with migraines because you're so upset. Like, is it really worth it? So I was taught at a very, very young age, he who, what is it? I think it's angers you, the upper hand, like you, whatever. It takes a lot to be able to get to that point where you just want to walk away from a person. But if that person is willing to do the work to appreciate you, or whatever the case may be, family member, relationship, whatever, once you walk away, if they really, really want to improve and really apologetic, I can guarantee they'll catch up. If not, leave them behind. Just move forward. Do not look back at a person. Do not look back at that situation. Keep moving forward. If it was meant to be in your life, whatever it is, whoever it is, it will be.
Okay, so I got something to say about it. Chontrell, turn your back on.
I see something that's, hold on one second. I have a problem with saying sorry. What's my issue? You don't have an issue. I just think it's, most people have, it's just pride. I'm like that too. I don't really like the word sorry, to be honest. I don't know what is about that word I can't stand, even though when I know, I'll probably say, okay, but it's rare if you hear me say, I'm sorry. I just don't like that word.
Yes.
Because I feel like, especially how I live, and this is just a personal thing for me, I've been told sorry 1,000,001 times in my life. 1,000,001 times. By people who promise to come through, people who promise to be there, people who hurt me intentionally or unintentionally. I've been told sorry so many times that I don't care to say it because it don't mean nothing to me. Now, genuinely, apologetic is different. I will say, you know what, I apologize. I was wrong. Something like that. But that word sorry, I really don't care for it. So, Marquita, in my opinion, I don't think you have an issue. I think that as long as you admit that you were wrong or at fault for something, sometimes people don't realize right away when they're wrong. I'm like that. It takes, sometimes different explanations for somebody to be like, oh, Chontrell, you were wrong. You went about it this way wrong, something like that. That I don't think you actually not saying the word sorry is an issue.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. This right here, I'm really like, who is this girl over here? I'm not trying to be funny, but who the heck is this girl over here? Echo. Sure, I'll turn your volume out. There's an echo. This is the thing that I'm really getting, because I remember my daughter, I would constantly repeat, sound like a tape recorder. And she's like, Mom, you already said that, you already said that, you already said that. But it takes for you to constantly keep repeating, because you never know if you're going to have to stop the record and go back and rewind it. Did that make sense? You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a point in your life where that wisdom that was planted, you didn't pick up and water. Right? And so now it took for her to go through some extra things in her life to be able to understand that how much angst she built up inside of her because of you keep giving your power away just to be able for somebody to say, I love you, for somebody to say, I got your back, for somebody to say, you know what, I'm going to be there for you through the good and the bad, and I'm still going to love you regardless. But when they don't show up, now you have built this wall and feel that you have to fight against for everybody because of what somebody else has done. So you got to be able to take back your power. You really do. But at the same time, don't be so egotistical where you feel that you are better than the next person. You know what I mean? So if you owe somebody an apology and you know deep down that you were wrong, you was low down, dirty, and wrong, be grown enough to say, you know what? And we all do it. No matter where we come from. We've all done it. Just apologize. And if it's from a genuine place, that person will be able to accept apology and you guys can be able to move on. But don't hold that in, because all you're doing is building up this image of yourself as being a bitter person, an angry, mad woman, and now somebody can't even deal with you. Nobody can be able to approach you. But you could be something that's absolutely amazing. But because you have built this wall of being bitter and being angry, now you wonder why nobody want to deal with you. You wonder why you're not growing in wherever next level you need to grow. You wonder why, how can, you show your children to make better decisions because your action is saying something totally different. So I'm hoping that makes sense in the questions that ask, or the things that you just like trying to, figure out in your head. But you remember, you want to be able to grow from your brokenness. That's what this is all about, to be able to empower you, to let you know that we all got some brokenness in us. But at the same time, that brokenness can be mended. But are you willing to do the work to be mended? That's the big thing about it. You can't keep on trying to put a puzzle together, but it's already shattered. You want to get the crazy when you get mad because the crazy glue wore off after a while because you was too busy having a quick fix. You don't want a quick fix on something that's broken. You have to sometimes be broken down in order for you to be blessed. And that's something that I had to learn along my journey. I had to get broken to break away from all the madness that I've seen, the cycles that I kept repeating, in order for me to be blessed and to be able to pour and share into our lives. Do I ask for it? Absolutely. People get, somebody told me that you done up and up. Again, if my family, which is my children, now my grandchildren, if I don't want them to turn out to be like y'all grown, bitter folks over here and doing the same thing, complaining about the same situation, well, why do I want to be around that? Why do my children to be around that? So I had to go to somewhere unfamiliar to get a new, to get a new foundation planted for my children to fall back on. So therefore, I have to be able to do the work. So, with that being said, I hope this is really helping someone, because Chontrell is dropping a whole lot of information here, and I'm looking at her like, who that over there? That's part of growth, and that alone is absolutely amazing, because I only could plant so many seeds. And it's only so many you're going to pick up. Because now she has children. What are you going to pick up these seeds and start planting your new seeds for your children? I've done the groundwork. Now I have to water it. So, with that being said, is there any more questions that you guys may have for Chontrell myself? And I just want you to be able, do you continue moving from place to place when things keep going wrong? No, you sit down somewhere. Not trying to be funny. Sit down somewhere. You busy being the matrix. And I'm not just saying you. It could be anybody watching this. You've been the matrix. So you want to be able to learn whatever it is that you're going through. Because you know how the movie The Matrix, their hands are all over the place, and you could be, you know what I mean? That's what's going on. And there's no lessons that's never learned. Like you're being busy. And you wonder why, dang, why is this going on in my life? Because you won't be still to be able to get the lesson, to be able to get the message. So you can be able to pick up those pieces of wisdom along the way on that journey. Is that making sense?
I kind of got a different viewpoint of it. I know
that's okay. Go ahead, give it to him.
Even though you say, sit down somewhere, this and third. To an extent, I disagree. I don't think sitting down in that one spot is to help you, because if the same situation keep reoccurring and you still in that same spot, then yeah, I would definitely recommend move. Because if whatever that's
not sit in that one Chontrell. That's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. Sit in the same spot. What I mean is that if you continue to go on to the next relationship, but you haven't ever went wrong in that old relationship, don't move your butt forward to a new relationship when you haven't dealt with whatever went wrong over here. That's what I mean. Don't move forward and you haven't dealt with whatever that is. It could be a relationship with your family. It could be a relationship with your next spouse. It could be whatever the case may be. But you have to be able to learn the lesson that happened in that situation so you could be able to say, dang, I know where I went wrong at. Because it's a lesson in everything that we go through.
I just think that it just depends on the circumstance, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying relationship wise, then yeah, somewhere to figure out you or whatever. But certain circumstances, I really just don't think they're even worth the energy. Like, it's just not worth the headache, not worth even trying to figure it out. Some things is just like some circumstances are placed in your life for a reason. I feel like we could be so headstrong about one particular thing, and God is sending all the right signs for us to remove ourselves. That's where I stand from it. Like, of moving from place to place.
I think we're really saying the same thing. I think we're really saying the same thing, kid.
Yeah,
I just think about when I was in my marriage. I'm trying to be funny. There was no more growth there. There was no more moving forward there. I had to remove myself, move on, because this right here is no longer working. This right here is no more growing. There's none of that ain't happening over here. So I had to remove myself from that. Various things that happened when I was in my upbringing. I had to remove myself from that environment because I was comfortable with the mess. And I no longer wanted to be a part of the mess. I need to get up out of this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You do have to heal. You have to heal. So whatever it is that you have to do, heal, because what may be good for you may not be good for you, right? Some people want to heal by going on to a nation thinking that that's going to heal. Some people go on to the bottle thinking that's going to heal them. Some, you know what I mean? Some and just get their mind right. That's going to heal. Whatever that may be, do what you have to do so you don't repeat the same cycle and continue to be in some brokenness of your mess because you choose not to face it. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I think about the various things that I experienced, and I was like, dang, this is crazy to me. But what am I doing? I have to remember, hold on. The root of it is, now, are you willing to remove the root, or are you willing to plant new seeds? You can remove the root all along, but if you look at the root at the bottom, you see it's still dangling there. So you could go ahead and say, okay. There you go. Exactly. And so therefore, that will be able to help you to move forward whatever there is in life. You cannot climb the steps to get to the top if you're not willing to take the first step. Don't be afraid if you have to remove yourself from somebody or family and friends, not trying to be funny. You got to be, this is your life. You only gonna get one life, and you want to be able to do the best with the life that you have, because somebody is looking at you, and you may not even know that one person is looking at you. And if you set an example of settling for some madness, and you know that it continues to hurt year after year, month after month, but you will continue to stay there, sorry about the madness. But if you know that you're going to have to make some harsh decisions, that your family, make those decisions because you want to be better, because leaders lead from the front. Are you willing to be that leader? Keep this, but I need to move over here because we're trying to get streets, not trying. So everywhere you're trying to go may seem dark, it may seem lonely, it may seem painful. But just know this is your walk. This is your chapter that you're building for your book, for your call. life. And so, that being said, I'm going to take it out, Chontrell. And so we want to be able to empower you.
Confusing. Oh.
So, with that being said, is there anything that one message you think of that you want to be able to leave somebody with so they don't give up on themselves like you gave up on yourself and you have to be able to do?
Oops. I think I'm so. What's the definition of loving yourself? Ooh, Jesus. One second.
Jesus fixes when you can walk with your head held high and you don't need nobody else to validate you. When you could be able to stand a storm knowing that this storm may be long, that it's going to be hard, that it's going to be painful, but you know that you are powerful within yourself. When you know that you and numbing, you know that when you know that it felt the most painful that you was feeling in your being, and you know you still said, you know what, I got another day to get it right. You know you loving yourself. When you know the definition of love and you didn't have to worry about somebody else needing it. So you know to separate like no other. You know there's love. When you know like you know, there's no love like love. But always remember, you have to love yourself before you're able to love anybody else. You don't need someone to be in your corner to be able to say, I love you, when you know that you don't even love yourself. Nobody else can fulfill the love that you're missing, the void that you're missing, because love is returned, not voided. So when love is love, you don't know real love. I hope that makes sense. When love is love, you gonna know real love. It feels different. Because I look at you and say love. No. It feels different. You have to question that person's movement. You don't have to question that person's thoughts. You know that person truly deep down in the depths of their soul. You be able to pinpoint what love is. Love does not have to include sex. Let's be real. We grown in here. They have to buy you anything. None of that. Love is not materialistic. Saying love is where are they? They are right around when the right person, the time is right for that right person to be presented, to give you love that you know you deserve because you worked on yourself so much, you ain't gonna settle for no mess. That is love. So go work on you. And when you work on you, that right person gonna come and approach you the right way. I hope I have a question. I hope I answered your question. Honey, I will be 40. I am not married. But I know there's love out with my name on it. I would rather to be patient for God to be able to present that right man to me who's gonna love on me, who's gonna pray on pray for me when I feel like I just don't have the words to share and say to the Lord. When that person could be able to say, I got your back without even saying he got my back. I want that man to be able to show up and just show up. He gonna love on my children like they're his own. That person gonna show up and love on my grandchildren like they're his grandchildren. That's what I'm talking about. That man gonna love me and say, dang, this woman got it going on. He's not going to be a jealous man. He's going to say, this woman right here, I need to support this woman. I'm still going to be that man and let this woman lean on me because I'm going to need to lean on her. I'm just saying. But when that man show up, honey, you're going to see a ring on his finger, and I'm like, that's my man. Because he was waiting like I was waiting for him. I had to wait my turn so God could be able to mold him and design him. Guess what? I'm done. So I'm not going to be in a hurry to say because I'm 40, I'm going to be 40, that I have to have a man. That's what a lot of people's problem is. But once you get my book, you'll understand why I say you need to date you. Learn how to date you. Learn how to believe in yourself. Learn how to believe in yourself. If you can learn how to do all those things for you, you don't have to come back and have somebody come on in to be able to replace what you done to work for yourself. You know out there how to work your butt to make and pay those bills. You don't need to be somebody food on the table, making sure things are fixed in the house. You want more than that. I don't need to be having a man of a man. Okay, I'm gonna stop. Amen. Okay. So with that being said, is there anybody? That's what I'm talking about. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm truly not, because I've learned a whole lot about Vanessa. I've learned that I'm a powerful woman. I've learned that I have greater in me. I know that I could bring a lot to the table. I know how to love on a man. I know how to not bow down to a man, but I know how to let the man be a man. I know how to do all of that. But just because you're a man does not mean that you're the man for me. And just because I'm a woman doesn't mean that I'm the woman for you. I want someone who's going to be able to come together and we're going to grow together. And he's going to allow me to be able to say, dang, I'm not afraid to let her grow still in herself. And we still can be able to grow as a team together. And I don't want to be afraid to have that man to grow as an individual. Because when he come back to me, keep on growing, I'll keep on growing. We're going to be a powerful force to mess with. So with that being said, there's a man out there with your name on it. And there's a man out there, a man, with a name on it for me. And I refuse at this point in my life, because I've been through so much, to settle for somebody just to say I got a man. So hold on, that man coming. Continue to work on you, and that man gonna continue to show up when it's time. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. I've seen many times where people decide to be in a relationship with a man, and once they're in a relationship with a man, you don't hear from them no more. What? Because you were in a relationship with a man, now I don't hear from him. So that man basically validated that, oh, I needed a man, and I'm sorry. Yes, I'm claiming a man. I'm gonna be married once again. Yes, I will, and I'm gonna be. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. But I don't have to. I'm not in a rush for it. I'm patiently waiting. But remember, when you're ready to be in that relationship, you gonna show up yourself. You can't expect him to show up if you're not willing to show up. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm being realistic. So this is not for everybody. There's the woman out there for everybody. But be ready. Be ready. Do the work on you. All right, guys. I'm being real. I'm always going to be real. I don't know how to sugarcoat nothing. And I just don't. Because I refuse to allow it to say, I'm going to be with this man because he's able to take me to, but better yet, he's driving a Lexus, and I always wanted to be in a Lexus. Oh, take me to get a prime steak, but I'm only going to give myself chicken. Really? No.
I'm hungry
I'm
now.
just saying. You know what I mean? You want to be able to give it to yourself first. And then if you want to put an extra on the top, then that's fine. It's just fine. We expect a man to do every darn gold thing. We as women, we won't even surprise a man and say, you know what, baby, today I'm going to take care of you. There's just like there's some broke women, there's some broke men too. Because that next woman done broke them. So we can't be pointing. This ain't a one-way street. We're breaking a. You know. I'm just saying. We need to break the whole cycle of brokenness on man's side and a woman's side. We need to stop that, and that's why so many divorces, because we are broken. You can't get with a broken person and then you expect to be whole. I'm just saying. It's like you crack an egg and expect the egg to still stay whole. No, do the work on yourself so you could be able to bring something amazing to the table, just like that man gonna bring something amazing. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be quiet. All right. So I'm just saying, I want you guys to truly, truly understand. You got something that's so absolutely amazing. Too many divorces are happening. Too many wedlock. I had a baby at 16. My daughter had a baby at 18. It's too much. It's some brokenness somewhere up in there. Are you willing to do the work so you don't have to continue to be broken? Are you? That is the question that you have to ask yourself. And if you are, I want you to be able to put in the feet, yes. Yes. And own it. I was a broken person like no tomorrow. The mess that I seen in my upbringing didn't make no darn go sense. But I'll be damned if my children are going to have to feel that same hurt, that pain, that frustration of not understanding in their upbringing as well. So I had to allow myself to be broken so I could be able to bless them, so God could show up in my life and I could pour out and continue to pour out. As I continue to pour out, he continues to refill me and refill me some more. I am done. Is there any more? Oh, Jesus. Is there any more questions? Is there any more comments? And I'm sure if you have other questions, you know I'll go there. You know, I'm here to be able to just help someone. I cannot talk about anything that I haven't been through. It's like somebody saying, oh, I've been married before and I've never been married, and I'm trying to tell somebody about marriage. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you about your kids, but I never had a child. Read us like chapter books. You know, there's going to be on the 31st. I didn't even put the information out there, but stay tuned for it. On the 31st, if you're not in the Break the Cycle of Brokenness on the event page on Facebook, I will be posting more information. I will be breaking down the book to you guys on the 31st of May. That's how we're going to close out this Blab series. And at that opportunity, you could, you know, there's more questions, whatever, you'll be able to get a book and to be able just to other people know. So, yes, I'm going to break this book down. And I am excited. I'm scared at all because now what people don't understand, I'm an introvert. I don't like the spotlight on me. I really don't. I know powerful message. But for me, just like I said, I have to show up as being that woman so that man could be able to present himself, so that could be my husband. I have to show up in this other world of my business. That's why I constantly share my message of all the things that I'm doing, because I know that other people need help. More people need to be empowered. More people need encouragement, whatever case may be. So I'm going to be able to break this book down to you guys on the 30th. So make sure that you want to Break the Cycle of Brokenness page on Facebook. And then follow me on Facebook somewhere. I'm all over there. And that way we can stay connected. So when I send out this notification, that you will be able to access that. And just like it says on here, my name is Inspired by Vanessa. Go to my website. You could be able to connect with me to see all the other amazing things that I'm doing there. So I don't want to keep this thing going, but I'm hoping this was able to help you. I thank you, my love, for sharing your message, because it doesn't matter how old you are. We all go through something. And, you know, we need to be able to encourage people. We really do. We have to be able to encourage people and just be able to support them, because it don't happen often. It just don't happen often, which is crazy. And we need it. We really, really need it, especially in this economy. You are very welcome, love. You are very welcome. So my powerful message for you guys today is to love on you and remember you are worth the fight. Remember you are worth the fight. Whatever that may be, fight for yourself more, because there's no better person, there's no better competition than yourself. So with that being said, guys, I thank you. Chontrell, I'll make sure that you get in the books so they can be able to still stay connected with you. Love you too, my dear. You are very welcome. Very, very welcome. The recording will be out. I'm going to make sure all the recordings are out so you guys can be able to have access to it and hear from all the amazing people. We will be back on Thursday. Thursday message is going to be talking about relationship. And this is from another lady who's my mentor I mentored her. And oh my God, make sure that you're back Thursday, same time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And you're going to hear from her, and she's going to share her powerful message. Thank you guys so much for joining us, taking the time out of your evening, and dealing with all our technical issues. But I still thank you, and you can still. So in the meantime, between time, guys, thank you so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.